Debbie Silber. Hope you're doing great. So I get this question a lot, and I'm thinking maybe this can help you. How do I avoid and prevent distractions? And you know what's funny? I kind of look at distractions as like a little test to see how committed you are to getting stuff done. And if you're anything like me, I am, well, I'm trying not to now, but I used to have the worst case of bright, shiny object syndrome. You know, I was working on one thing and then this great idea seemed to show up and I just wanted to do that too. And then I would go do that and I never really finished the project I was working on. And then I would go to this new thing and then I would have another idea and want to do that too. And I realized I was just sort of dipping my toe into all these different areas. And I wasn't really diving in deep enough to make an impact. And you know you're doing that if, number one, you're not making an impact. And it's exhausting. Are you exhausted from doing that? What I started doing was really check in and say, well, how does that make me feel? If I make that decision, how does that make me feel? If I go down this path, how does that make me feel? And it's amazing. When you really check in with your body, you will get an answer. Like I remember there was an opportunity at one time to do a radio show. And it's a wonderful idea, right? I mean, here I am. I could be on the radio. I don't have to have makeup on. I could just chat and it would be fine. But you know what? It would have taken an incredible amount of time. And I just realized it's just not the best use of my time. I said no. And it actually freed me up to spend much more time doing the work that I need to do. And now I'll tell you, I'm in this PhD program. I have to be ruthless with my time, because if it takes somebody a week to do something, it takes me a month. I don't know what it is, but with this school stuff, especially, it takes me a really long time. So I know I need to take the extra time to get stuff done. I don't know if that happens with you too, but when you have bright, shiny object syndrome, it's really going to prevent you from really making an impact in any of those areas that you want to. So I would truly suggest, when an opportunity comes along, check how it makes you feel. If it feels great, maybe it is. If it doesn't, maybe it's not. Now, every idea may seem like a good one, and you may get those butterflies like, ooh, this seems exciting, but really check in, dive deep and see what's going on there. And I'll never forget, one of my mentors always said, you know, you can be a generalist or you could be a specialist. A generalist sort of touches on everything. It's wide and shallow, where a specialist drills in narrow and deep, where maybe, sure, the generalist is focusing in on a lot of things, but maybe not making such an impact, where that specialist staying very narrow, drilling in deep. And I always picture a doctor, right? There's your general practitioner dealing with a lot of things, or the heart surgeon dealing with, you know, a more specific area. So I hope that helped you. If you find that you're a little fragmented all over the place, check in, see what's going on with that. It's okay to say no to something. And it could, if you know, and it may just not be the time right now. You can always just sort of park it and say, well, you know what? It's a great idea. Not for now. I'll revisit it in a year from now. And do what you're doing. Focus in on what you're focusing on, and really get it done and do well. Dive in deep there. And then when that's up and running and smooth sailing and going beautifully, if you want to take on that next thing, maybe that's the time. But when you just keep fragmenting yourself and you're all over the place, it's exhausting to keep switching gears from one activity to the next, from one project to the next, and you may find you're really not diving into the level that's making the impact that you want. So I hope this helps you. Please share this with your family and friends. Check out my YouTube channel, and if there's something I said that may help you and you want to talk, that's great. You can just schedule time to talk with me. Just text the word schedule to 38470. So the code is 38470, and you're just texting to that code the word schedule. That's going to get you on my calendar. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.